Mama, I got bad news, bad news. I've been rolling with some bad dudes, bad dudes. I've been trying to get a bag too, a bag too. I'm just doing what I have to, I have to. I said, Mama, I got bad news, bad moods every day, brand new tattoos on my face, sad dude. With a head full of rain, I just wanna make it rain. Mama, I will be okay. I feel like I might break right now. I feel like making a mistake right now. Ew. I just need a cake right now. I blow out all the candles in my brains right now. Ew. I'm so tired of flexing. I got a minor confession, like I might die from depression. Like whoa, I look good on the gram, but you know anyone can. I'll keep it a grand. Mama, I got bad news, bad news. I've been rolling with some bad dudes, bad dudes. I've been trying to get a bag too, a bag too. I'm just doing what I have to, I have to. I said, Mama, I got bad news, bad moods every day, brand new tattoos on my face, sad dude. With a head full of rain, I just wanna make it rain. Mama, I will be okay.
Mama, I got bad news, bad news. You should go and wake up dad too, dad too. Think there's nothing your son can't do, can't lose. I've been popping pills with mad bulls, the sad truth. With my rap crew, mad goons in my place, cash rules, smash dudes, catch a case if they have to. All my friends are full of rage, I'm so pain. Mama, tell me it's okay. Feel like I'm alone right now. You know I don't even have a home right now. Ayo, no one I can trust right now. Cops are at my door like they gon' bust it down. Ayo, so sick of the hustling and all the fake introductions where people make their assumptions. Whoa, I feel like life isn't real, like I might get killed. I keep it a bill.
Mama, I got bad news, bad news. I've been rolling with some bad dudes, bad dudes. I've been trying to get a bag too, a bag too. I'm just doing what I have to, I have to. I said, Mama, I got bad news, bad moods every day, brand new tattoos on my face, sad dude. With a head full of rain, I just wanna make it rain. Mama, I will be okay.
Daddy, I got bad news, bad news. Fell in love with a rap dude, blew a couple $100,000, oh. Got the haters in a bad mood, But daddy, I got bad news, bad blues every day. Can't move, but I swear I'll be okay. I have to, I ain't lying, it's just that truth. I've been in a bad way, yeah. Don't cry your eyes out, I'm not dead. I turn a gun aimed at my head. Mama, please don't be upset. Tryna live my life with no regrets. My life is perfect, I admit it. I have it all, I don't want it. I'm feeling all out of love, but no one to trust. I keep it a buck.
Mama, I got bad news, bad news. I've been rolling with some bad dudes, bad dudes. I've been trying to get a bag too, a bag too. I'm just doing what I have to, I have to. I said, Mama, I got bad news, bad moods every day, brand new tattoos on my face, sad dude. With a head full of rain, I just wanna make it rain. Mama, I will be okay.
When I pull up to the scene, it's a nightmare. Bitch, don't call my phone cause I don't care. These fools mad cause I got it on my own. Baby, what you want? Henny up Patron. When I pull up to the scene, it's a nightmare. Bitch, don't call my phone cause I don't care. These fools mad cause I got it on my own. Baby, what you want? Henny up Patron. I go crazy when I ride with the Uzi. Why you mad cause your bitch wanna choose me? He a mark, we gon' put him on the shirt. I'ma lead a bitch to get on my nerves. Ayy, fade up, shoot it out, we can take it there. Blue juice in my cup, it's that Bel Air. She say she love me, she don't mean it. My killer with me, give me a reason. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Baby, we could get freaky all night. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Baby, we could get freaky all night. Los, it's the murder gang. I'ma come out the dark when I do my thing. He froze up when the beam hit his body. He froze up when we caught him in the lobby. I ain't finna stop now, I ain't done yet. I'ma tell it what to do like a puppet. He got a mask on his face like it's Halloween. We giving out free shot like a vaccine. When I pull up to the scene, it's a nightmare. Bitch, don't call my phone cause I don't care. These fools mad cause I got it on my own. Baby, what you want? Henny up Patron. When I pull up to the scene, it's a nightmare. Bitch, don't call my phone cause I don't care. These fools mad cause I got it on my own. Baby, what you want? Henny up Patron. When I pull up to the scene, it's a nightmare. Bitch, don't call my phone cause I don't care. These fools mad cause I got it on my own. Baby, what you want? Henny up Patron. When I pull up to the scene, it's a nightmare. He caught a body super young, he put in work. He fell in love with putting fools in the dirt. Hey, all gas, no brakes, I'm a stepper. Man down when we hit him with that pressure. He caught a body super young, he put in work. He fell in love with putting fools in the dirt. Hey, all gas, no brakes, I'm a stepper. Man down when we hit him with that pressure. It's do or die when you live my life. I take a risk every day and every night. I'm with a rich bitch, I'ma get to it. I'm in the hills and they wonder how I do it. Hey, everybody start pushing when we hop out. We slide like the military when we pop out. And this 30 gotta jump like a kickback. I'ma get straight to it, no chit chat. Keep my city out your mouth, you a pretty boy. You from the valley, you is not from the city, boy. And that weird motherfucker, you the J-Cat. We gon' send 100 shots where you stay at. And for that bustin' motherfucker with a rat tail, how the fuck you blue bragging, I cannot tell. And for the rata with the long hair like a bitch, y'all ain't even got one block, you ain't even shit. He caught a body super young, he put in work. He fell in love with putting fools in the dirt. Hey, all gas, no brakes, I'm a stepper. Man down when we hit him with that pressure. He caught a body super young, he put in work. He fell in love with putting fools in the dirt. Hey, all gas, no brakes, I'm a stepper. Man down when we hit him with that pressure.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy hump day. What's up, everybody? Oi. All right. So I'm not going to make this very long. Maybe Tony can review this and go over it. It can be part of Tony's thing today. He can go over it himself also with his thing. But we're doing. I just wanted to clear Dub's claim that his guts were sliced, which we all know is bullshit. But I hit up a friend of mine who is a trauma nurse. Like, she's an RN. She's a trauma nurse. She was a medic in the military. She's a trauma nurse currently, like now, right now, today. She is a trauma nurse. And I showed her a picture of that scar. And I said, is this from guts being sliced out? And she said, that is too clean of a cut. It is too precisionally placed on your flank as a cut for it to be from a street fight or a stabbing. That looks more like an appendix surgery. The cut's too clean. It's precisioned. That is not scarring from being stabbed and your gut sliced out. And second of all, she also said that you would not just stuff them back into place. There's infection. You'd have to be flown or seen to a GI doctor, specialist. And also, I'm curious, Dub, where was your wound vac at? Where was your wound vac at? Do you even know what a wound vac is? I bet your brother, I didn't even think to ask that, but everybody, pretty much anybody that was blown up overseas had a wound vac. Your brother-in-law probably had a wound vac if he was really blown up. But that is coming from a trauma nurse, like a full-blown trauma nurse, and she's not in a small town. She's in a very big city, back east. Midwest east. But that looks like an appendix scar. Weird flex, she said. Weird flex. But no. Nice try. That is not a scar from your guts being sliced out. You didn't do it. I'll read you the messages. Hold on. Okay. No, looks more like an appendix removal scar, like emergency. It's a very pretty clear scar. Usually, it's a very pretty scar. Usually, trauma scars are not that clean and approximated, and he would never just put them back in. There is a literal whole process because they would be dirty. And you would have had to have a wound vac to suck out infection. Usually, evisceration comes with a lot of infection. And you don't just scoop them up and put them back in. You put them on a clean towel or whatever you have and keep them wet. Then the surgeons determine if it's even possible. When we were talking, so she goes, so he got a little cut. But her professional opinion is that it's an emergency appendix scar. And that's from a trauma nurse, bro. Like this is, and she has nothing to do with YouTube. And then she texts and she goes, never mind. But anyway, I'm just saying, bro, you lie about the weirdest shit. No one's going to think an emergency appendix removal scar is your guts being sliced out and then you put them back in and went to the hospital and all that shit. You're a liar, bro. You're a liar. And you can't handle it. Something is, look at how trivial this is. Look how trivial. Does it really matter? Does it really fucking matter? No. It doesn't affect any of us. Doesn't matter. Fucking lie about it all you want, bud. That's cool. But you sit up all day, every day, talking about how much better you are than everybody because you got shot and your gut sliced out for your freedoms and this, that, and the third, and all these street war stories, bro, that just aren't true. It just ain't true. That's all. That's really it. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to sit up here and I'm just calling it out for what it is, bro. We all know you're a liar. You've been caught in multiple lies. And you deny. So there's really no point in going back and forth and trying to prove this and prove that, do this, do that. And yes, no. It's pointless. You get proven wrong without a shadow of a doubt. It doesn't matter what you say. You're not going to change anyone's mind. The only person you're trying to convince is yourself because this community is small, right? For the most part. This community is small. So for the number of people that we probably have that like watch this shit, I'm going to say 96% of people all feel the same way that we feel about Dub. 100%. 96% of them, of people in this community that we have, think the same way about Dub that we do. He's a dumbass. He's a loser. He's a fucking Joe. He's a piece of shit. All that. And then there's maybe 3.9% of people who just don't give a fuck. They just listen for entertainment. Maybe I'll say even the remaining 4%. And of that remaining 4%, less than 1% of that actually believes Dub, which means literally one person from the community might actually buy Dub's nonsense. So it's mathematically, you're a liar. Yeah, no, not one person, KCBD. Not one smart, level-headed person believes that bullshit. And I just confirmed. I mean, I already knew the answer. But hey, let's just go ahead and ask a trauma nurse who was also a medic during Iraq, who saw a lot of fucked up shit. Like, she wasn't a field medic. Like, she wasn't out going around on patrols medic. She was back in the trauma center medic. Like she was back in the trauma center that they had on bases where they would bring the people who were shot the fuck up or blown up and their next level care. That's where she was during the deployment. And now she is at a major hospital doing trauma care as an RN. Anyway, less than 1%, Dom. Less than 1%. Because 1% is still a decent amount of people. Less than 1%. It comes out to one person, bro. 1.5 people. It's just absolutely ridiculous. You know, if it was like me and Alvin, or Tony and Dean, or Tony and me, or Alvin and Midwest, and just like one person who like had something to say about Dub and felt a certain way about Dub, you could like push it off as like, it is. But when literally an entire community minus like 5 or 6 people all feel the same, we can't all be wrong. We're not all lying. We're not all conspiring against you. We're not all this. We're not all that. There's more people out there that know the shit that you claim that I did or Alvin did never happened. So I like my odds. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he got that's an appendix scar, bro. Like he tries to put it. You don't have that tattoo on your stomach, bro. You have it on your flank. Like that's not. What are you talking about, dude? And you try and take the picture up all close to like. You try all the things, bro, to do your stuff, bro. But that's an appendix scar, bro. You really think people are stupid? Exactly, facts. Just saying, man. Something as simple and trivial as that you got to lie about to try and flex on people to make yourself seem like the biggest badass in this community. Like weird flex that nobody believes. You don't even like. And usually when that happens, dude, no one would brag about that because something like that, you brag about it, usually means you deserved it. I'm just saying. You probably, that's something that you like deserve. People deserve. Like you probably like had it coming. So what did you do? Yeah, it would be jagged and not such a clean, precise cut. That scar is done by a surgeon, 100%, and not stitching him up either. That's a cut that is clean from a surgeon, bro. Well, and that's what I'm saying, Mike King. True or false? Who really gives a fuck anywho? That's what I'm saying. It's something that's very trivial, bro. It's not a big deal. Who cares, right? Who cares? Let him run around and say he got his gut sliced out, blah, 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 blah. But we're not in the business of doing that really over here, right? We can let him do that, but we also call the bullshit out, don't we? So they held him hostage, and he was on a table. Then they all sliced his guts out and was able. Yeah, they put him under anesthesia. They cut his guts out, then they turned him loose in the wild and said, "Find your way back to the hospital." Fucking weird, bro. Weird flexes, man. Very weird flexes. Yeah. Just very weird flexes, bro. Flexing an appendix surgery scar. And now he's going to come out and say, I've never even had my appendix removed. Okay, well, that's not a fucking scar from your gut sliced out either way. Not being a rat. Bro, you look at my last live's thumbnail, bro. It's right there. Like, there's no sense in going back and forth with the guy. It's right fucking there, dude. He can deflect and do it. And, all my affairs are in order, Dub. FYI. So, to answer your question or your hopes and wishes for me, all my affairs stay in order. Thank you. But, yeah, just little things, man. He lies, and bro, you could catch him in a million lies, dude, and he'll never man up. He'll never man up. Morning tea train. But I really just wanted to kind of make that very clear. Not like we didn't already know. And I could have not done that. I could have not made a lie. I could have just said, you're fucking full of shit, bro. But after talking to a friend of mine, well, I was like, fuck it. We'll go live for a second. We'll call out this bullshit. Make him seethe later because he will. He'll make a live and do a whole fucking 2 hours about fucking how my life is over and how he's coming for me and how I'm a pussy. Yeah. All that. Sounds, yeah, cool. Cool story, man. But maybe there's something also Tony can, because he talks about having his gut sliced out literally every 5 fucking seconds, bro. Where did you guys have your gut sliced out? I had my gut sliced out for my freedom. Where are your guts sliced out? My guts were sliced out. Blah, 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 blah. Like, that is such a bold story to tell people and not produce a fucking scar. And then when you do produce a scar, you produce a clean, precision cut. Nothing of how you said the process happened would even match medically what would go on. Like, medical facts. You can hate me and argue with me all you want. You can't argue with medical facts, bro. Huh? Yeah. It's whatever at this point, Dom. Just fucking come take me. Hem me up so I can sue the piss out of y'all, dude. Come on. Let's do it. Let's get it over with. Hem me up so I can sue the fuck out of you. Take everything you don't own or you say you own. Anyway. All that's nonsense anyway, dude. The main topic of discussion is Dubs lying about his stupid little scar because he thinks it makes him look fucking hard. He's trying to carry this persona, dude. You're fucking weird. It's not stretch marks, bro. Those are not stretch marks. That is an emergency appendix scar, dude. That is a precision clean cut by a surgeon. He's a fucking liar. We all know this. You're never gonna convince the man otherwise. But Dub puts out false information. We put out the real facts. End of story. Crazy, bro. I've seen some pretty trauma done to bodies. My friend who worked in the, was a medic and works in the hospital, bro, she's seen 100 times that, like more than I have considering her job. Dude, it's just knowledge. It's just common knowledge, bro. Ask any med student, bro. Ask anybody in the medical field. They don't have to be a fucking surgeon. Ask any of you, if any of you know an RN that works in an emergency room or has worked in a trauma care center or anything like that, or has worked with a surgeon, ask them. Just ask. You don't even have to be on my side, bro. You can hate me. Guys over there, just go ask. It's simple. Just go ask. Just go ask. And I bet you'll get identical answers to what I got. Maybe not verbatim, but you'll get an identical response. Yep, keep lying about me and I'll keep telling the truth about you, Dub. You like to say that, right? Reverse Uno. And we also want to know where your wound vac was. I'd like to know where your wound vac was. Hurry up and get on Google. Google what a wound vac is. Google where a wound vac would be so you can get your story straight. I'm giving you time. I'm not hitting you on the spot with it. I could have just hit your fucking panel, came on real quick and been like, where was your wound vac? And put you on the spot and watch you ignore the shit out of it. I probably could have hit that link 5-6 times and said just the same thing over and over. Where's your wound vac? Where was your wound vac? You never had a wound vac. And you would deflect and ignore the shit out of that because you have no idea what the fuck it is. So, yeah, T-Train, he's saying that scar is from when his guts were sliced out, bro. That's the scar, he says, is from his guts being sliced open and out, and he put them back in his stomach and walked to the hospital or some stupid shit like that. Like, you got to be embarrassed of yourself, bro. I think that's why you do what you do, Dub. You're just so full-blown embarrassed. Like, you can't handle it, dude. You can't handle it. Can't handle it. Not my problem, though. Yes, T-Chain, there's a very clear difference. Yeah, White Collar Jody, I know that song. I know exactly what song you're talking about. He did get that. If you noticed, Tony has mentioned this before. Tony's mentioned this. His verbiage has changed. The way he talks has changed. T-Train's mentioned it too. A lot of the shit you hear coming out of his mouth and towards us, like some of the stuff that might make logical sense, is coming from us. It's shit that we have said about him, and then he tries to flip it, right? He tries to steer the shit back around and spin it back around on everybody, dude. But most of the time it fails because he can't produce a coherent sentence. Listening to him try and talk about psychology and why people do and act the way they act is out of your mind. Like, bro, do you realize you're talking about yourself? That's what makes it even more funny, is you're literally schooling yourself about yourself. It is very easy to tell others what is wrong with them. We all do it, dude. Every human being has this problem. It is easier for you to point out flaws in others than see the flaws within yourself. Or you see the flaws in others, you point the flaws out in others because you recognize those flaws in yourself as well. That is very true. Every human being is vulnerable to that and or has done that at some point. That is just human nature. So when you try to say that that's why we do what we do, I don't have any bro, you're fat, you're bald, you look retarded. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you really look like, dude. I'm not insecure in myself like that. But I say these things to you because you're in such denial about them. I don't know. And you get all pussy whipped and pussy hurt, dude. I don't fucking know. But there's no I don't want what you have. I'm not just like your whole story about how this whole thing came to be as well is just wildly false. Like wildly false. Nobody asked you, was like, hey, Dub, tell us your life story. And then you told us your life story and we said, no, fuck that. And we just got mad at you. You refuse to acknowledge the fact that every single last one of us were cool with each other. At one point, you refuse to acknowledge the fact that you came into this subgenre of the prison community. That's what it kind of stemmed from. And we're very active in the YouTube streets chat. You do not acknowledge that. You refuse to acknowledge that. You refuse to acknowledge and admit that everybody was cool with you at one point. You try to say that people found you on YouTube. You had no idea who any of us were. We just randomly found you and started harassing you. That is a goddamn lie. You know it. And to be like, this is my point, is to the people who are in this community know better. And the only people that perpetuate that fucking lie are people who also know better, but they do it because they don't like this side, quote unquote. They hate me. They hate Alvin. They hate Tony. They hate all of us. Whatever. But they even know better. They know that up on YouTube and say, hi, look at this fat fuck, and start going ham on him. No, that's not how it went down. Yes, he takes people's sayings, he takes people's figures of speech, he does all these things. So just saying. You will never, ever, 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 ever. This is a revolving door, dude. It don't matter how much fact you put out there, how many times he lies about, like, bro, he literally, when he lies about you, he says the most, like, Alvin never said that he went to Japan and had a threesome with underage girls. Alvin never, ever, ever said that. Never said that. He never said that. Dub took a conversation from months prior about something completely different that had nothing to do with underage girls and made a whole fucking lie about how Alvin's afraid of Dub. So Alvin went to Japan because he's so terrified of Dub and had a threesome with underage girls. No, that's not true. And it's so blatantly obvious that it's not true. What he just said about me recently. What? Excuse me? Where are you getting this from? What? Like, it's not even worth, like, getting deep into, bro, because it's such nonsense, dude. That's such bullshit. Yeah, I know. I remember who said it. I know who said it. It was that guy Noodles. That guy Noodles said that. And he was on Dub's channel and yada, yada, yada. And months before, though, Tony, months before, me and Alvin and I forget who all was on a panel, but we were just shooting the shit. And I think we were talking about military days or something like that. And Alvin was talking about how one time back in the day before he was married, when he was in Japan, he had a threesome with two girls or some shit. I don't remember the whole story. It's not my story to tell. But that was the conversation we were having months and months prior. Then all this happens. Then Noodles comes on. And then it comes to find out that Noodles is who he is. Dub, pulls the plug on that. Deny. And then he takes what was said months prior. He takes what Noodles does, and he lumps it together and says, that's Alvin. That was Alvin. Yeah, I remembered. I know the whole Noodles thing. Yeah. But months prior to that, there was a whole conversation that we were having on a panel, and it was about random shit. And somehow we got in the content of like people we've hooked, girls we've hooked, like stories, bro. And there was something like that. It had nothing to do with underage girls. It had nothing to do with any weird shit like that. And then the noodles shit happened. And then Dub took both of those, put them together, and said, yep, that's Alvin. And that's not true. That is not true. He's a fucking liar. This man lies. Like, people need to understand. If you don't know, this dude will lie through his teeth at any cost to make himself look like an innocent victim, like he's better than somebody. And then he tries to flip it all on everybody else. I have never once said that I'm better than anybody. Dub thinks I am. There is a jealousy there, bro, from these people with all of us. That is why they put such crazy, wild, horrible shit onto us, is because they are fucking jealous. And I don't have to prove, I don't have to play clip after clip after clip after clip over and over and over and over to prove to you that you say fucked up shit about people's kids, dude, like you do. I don't have to continuously play the shit over and over and over and over. We get it, dude. You got a clip of me fucking setting the story straight, saying that there was nothing you could do about it. I also never said that I would rape your wife and there is nothing you could do about it. I never said that. Never said that. I never said there was nothing you could do about it, and I never said there was nothing she could do about it when it comes to graping anybody, because there was never a threat of that in the first place. So no, either way you slice it, your little stupid clip ain't gonna go very fucking far. And your other clip of me and my wife will run a tree on your wife, bro, who gives a fuck? Who cares? I don't need to play the, you know why I don't need to play that shit over and over and over with you, Dub? Is because you get on live every fucking day and spew the same crazy, vile, despicable shit about people's kids, not just mine, everybody's, and you do it every fucking day. So I don't need to clip and play them over and over and over and over like you do, because something was said one fucking time and you're going to ride that until it literally falls apart and blows up in your fucking face. You do it every single day live for everyone to fucking hear and everyone to see. And all I got to do is sit back and let you prove that exactly what I'm saying is the truth, dude. That's all. I don't need to do all that. How many lives do I go and I play clips over and over and over? How many times will I do that? Never. One, because of what I got against you, I don't need to put it out there, bro. I'll see you in court, right? We're going to court, right, Dub? See you there. You can answer it on the spot then. Secondly, you, like I said, you sit up on here every day and say terrible things about fucking people's kids because you don't like their dad and you think it makes you look tough and cool and all that shit. And then you say, I never said this shit. I never said this shit. You don't have me anywhere saying half the shit that you have ever said about people's kids, bro. Ever. Ever. You don't even know anything about Eyes, and you try to ride the whole thing with Eyes' make-believe kid, bro. You don't even know if Eyes had a kid. You don't know anything about that man. Yeah. Bro, Scott, F your N-word kid is probably the most PG thing he has said about people's children, dude. Like, I'm dead ass serious. I don't know if you've caught up on the shit that Tony should go over. Like, I don't have all the, like I said, Dub, just listen to him, dude. That is on the low end of the shit that he says about people's kids. Like, that don't even really move the meter much. That's a fucking every other sentence. F your N-word kid. That's like saying good morning. How are you? That dude is off the charts. So I don't need to make clips and play them over and over and over. Dub, you're going to sit on live today and you're going to say some foul fucking vile shit about people's kids and be, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Thinking you look cool as shit. But in reality, you don't look like you look like an antagonizer, bro. You're the problem. This is why I have nothing to be worried about when it comes to you from a legal end, bro. Nothing. You have no legal footing at all. Neither does your wife. Why? Because you're attached. And it's all bullshit. So that's why I say what I have, like clips and shit, quote unquote, like you said, evidence, like you got, I'll save that for like a courtroom, bro. Not for YouTube. How about that? No, yeah. I've never said anything about sex trafficking Dub's kids. Dub talked about my daughter being sex trafficked more than once. And Dub has the audacity to sit up and be like, I am a sexual assault survivor. But then he literally continuously talks about my underage kid being a sucking dick and all this shit because she was violated when she was 7. So that and then Dub is gonna play victim like, oh, you talked about me getting butt fucked. And 1, probably never happened. 2, if it did happen, it happened when you were an adult and you were fucking willing. Or never happened at all. And you just think that is some weird flex. I don't know. Don't really fucking care. You bragged about getting fucked in the ass as an adult. I'm not talking about your child shit. And furthermore, you're not even talking about me. I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about your kids. I'm talking about you, fat fuck. And you have nothing that you can say to me that is going to get on my ego like that. You just got nothing, dude. It don't work like that with me. So you have to attack my children, random people in my life, all that. Like a fucking clown. I don't need to pull up to you anymore, Dub. I don't need to prove anything to you anymore at all. You're the one that has the proving to do, and it'll never be done. I'm not tripping on it, bro. I will never, ever have to worry about you, ever in my life. He's not hard to find, Scott. He's not hard to find. Trust me. He will say some shit about your kids, bro. I promise you, it's coming. It is coming. It's coming, dude. It's a matter of time. I'm surprised he hasn't said anything yet. He's probably trying to hold back. But he has no self-control. Bro, he literally was talking about having people stalking my 13-year-old son. He was having people stalk him and take pictures of him and waiting until he turns 18 so he can get beat up and hurt and put in the dirt and all this shit. My daughter, his sister, heard what he was saying, like overheard it, and came out and was like, excuse me, and started saying fuck you. And he's talking about how he's gonna have her murdered and how she's a fucking, just starts being racist and totally vile to a 17-year-old girl who's standing up for her 13-year-old brother, that this fool is talking about stalking and having fucking somebody hurt him. What kind of weirdos do you know that stalk 13-year-old kids for fucking 5 fucking years so they can touch them? You fucking weirdo. Yeah, I know 100% believe that. It's eyes, bro. That Scott, it's that dude Eyes. That dude Eyes is a legitimate stalker and a legitimate predator, bro. Like legitimately. If any one of us had made a fake OnlyFans with his children on it, that dude would be fucking freaking the fuck out, and the cops this and the FBI that, and you guys are done and this. He would be literally on a warpath with how much we're predators and But his buddy Eyes does it to my son. It's okay. Quit being a bitch, Aaron. Quit being a bitch, blue collar vet. Quit crying about it, blue collar vet. Blue collar vet's crying about it. I'm just saying, that's pedophile shit. That's child predator shit. The shit that comes out of your mouth, Dub, is literally child predator shit. Talking about you and what you probably do in your own weird mind is not talking about your children. That's talking about you. You can't differentiate that, dude. You can't. You just can't. His buddy Eyes is literally a legitimate pedophile stalker, dude. That's not me trolling. That's not me up in my feelings. None of that. Any of you have been around long enough, you know that. You know that 100%. That's why some friendships of mine publicly went shit, because a certain person wanted to be up in Dub's chat, chopping it up with Eyes after they literally went through all the bullshit with me and saw everything. And they chummed it up with fucking everybody, including that dude. And then had the audacity to drag the shit on the internet. That's why that went south. At the end of the fucking day, dude, people know that dude is a low down piece of fucking trash, dude. Like straight trash. And Dub allows it and Dub makes excuses for it. And then Dub literally is the pot calling the kettle black when anything Dub says to us holds no merit, because he has shacked up and gotten in bed with Eyes. I'm using that metaphorically, but who knows? They probably would get in bed together. Just keep it real. Anyway, everybody, have a happy hump day. Go tune into Tony. Tony's probably going to review a lot. I really just wanted to go over his scar. You're a liar, Dub. It's been proven by a trauma nurse. Everybody else knew it, because everybody else isn't stupid either. You think we're dumb. You can say we're dumb all you want, but it's not true. Blah, blah, blah. So, much love. See y'all over at Tony's. I'll be in and out. I got to go to work. Dub, you're a fucking liar. Well, you don't got to lie about silly shit, dude. All right, dude? Just look. I'll give you an out. Look, that's an appendix scar. That's from a surgeon. That's not your guts being sliced out. And it's okay. All right, we'll let it go. We won't, to make it easier on you so you can feel how good it is to just admit things. We won't harp on you for it. Like after today, I'm sure after Tony goes over, we won't harp on you for it. I won't. I know the truth. You know I know the truth. And we'll leave it at that, bud. We'll just leave it at that. Nice and easy. And I'm almost positive Dub's an informant. I'm almost positive. So, like, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. All right, guys. Peace.